Alrighty, everybody. Happy New Year. Let's see if we can get some games in and see how we do. I am on a bit of a losing streak lately. I had peaked out at right at 1500, and unfortunately, my rating, as you can see, is starting to fall a little. I knew that was going to happen. Aha, that is an interesting move that I have not seen before. It's almost like an Alyekin. The Alekine, right? Alyekin. Do I capture? I'm going to just go for the capture. I don't know. I am not certain how that's supposed to go. Okay, I see. So he's going to attack. It's like an Alyekin. Okay. That's fine. Now I do need to watch for this. Okay. All right, so now see, he's got two attackers on my pawn. I do not have a way of getting a third defender. I guess I do, actually. Technically, I do. He's got two attackers. Now I got two defenders on it. All right, what the heck? We'll go for it. We shall go for it. I'm assuming something like that's going to happen. But it can't because I've got it covered twice. This is not something I expected to see today, y'all. I don't know this opening at all. I don't know what the dealio is. So we're just gonna rock and roll and see how it goes. What you think, puppy? What you think? All right. Shoe. In this case, I kind of want to capture. I kind of don't want to capture, but I kind of do. There's nothing I can do to defend this pawn, so I should let it go. Except now, this capture comes with an attack. I would have to get a third defender. And I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. So let's just capture this way. I'm assuming my opponent's going to grab with the bishop. I'm going to trade dark square bishops. Do we trade queens, yay or nay? Yeah, let's go ahead and trade queens. That isolates an opponent's pawn, and that gives us a target. I don't know why I did that. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this pawn so I could fianchetto. I have no idea why I pushed this pawn. I meant to push the G pawn so I can Fianchetto and castle like I do in the Catalan structure. Okay, all right, so what is this? My opponent's looking for here? Or here? I'm gonna have to go here to defend against this. Because I'm not ready to castle yet. I guess this works as well. So my knight is kind of dead. His knight is a little annoying. Only because now I have to keep an eye on this pawn all day long. He's looking for this. So he's got 2 attackers and I only have 1 defender. The good news, I mean, it does mean giving up my light square bishop, which I was just fianchettoing for. Just wondering if I could trap it somehow. Yeah, see, I'm really pissed that I'd pushed that pawn. I wish I hadn't pushed that pawn at all. So he's got to defend this particular bishop, and if he can't, then he drops a pawn. Yeah. So I'm about to drop a knight. It's too late. Too late. We have to give up the castling privilege. Ah, nope, missed it. I missed it. Here, should have gone knight to b5 to put a second attacker and an attacker. That would have been nice. Okay, I have a tactic. I'm going to drop this rook. But I'm going to pick up one of these rooks. Wild. This is a wild game, y'all. This is a wild game. Black resigned. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Let me give him a good game, well played. Wow. Because... Wild, wild stuff. All right, let's take a look with the opening analyzer on, or the opening... So this is a Budapest defense. I don't know this at all. But D-Captures is 3,000 variants. And then next most likely is 30. So... And then from here they say bishop to b4 or knight f3. I went the knight f3 side. Again, bishop to b4. Yeah, this is the only thing I kind of worried about, but then what if you, don't you just pop that? I don't know. And now the Open Explorer says E captures. There's only one game, and white won it. So if we turn the engine on, let's close that. White has a slight advantage. Yeah, I played this correctly. Bishop captures, make the trade. Queen capture. Yeah, see, knight c3 defends the queen this way, but also defends the queen with the rook. I saw that and I debated on it, but I figured, you know what, just get the trade out of the way. I have no idea why I pushed this pawn. I'm so mad at myself for pushing it. I wanted to push this so that I could start my fianchetto. Either way, it's one pawn push and then a bishop move to castle. So why did I push that one? So stupid of me. Yeah, that was dumb. Poo on me. I had an advantage and I threw it. And then my opponent... And notice this bishop stops me from castling, so I can't castle either side. Really strong move here, yeah, and the only option is to defend with the king. That's clever. That's clever because the rook up attacks both of these two and doesn't give your opponent long enough time. But then I guess he can just stick a pawn here, right? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and like I said, this is what I missed. Immediately put a double attacker or pick up a pawn. That was dumb on my part. That was a good move. My opponent made a great move there. But I spotted it. I did see the fork. Because notice, if the opponent captures back, then I just move the rook. Not that hard. Yeah, see, this is not a quittable offense, right? Pick a spot, right? Pick a rook. Okay, I could pick up a free pawn, or I can pick up a rook. So the question is, which do you like more? If they do that, you get both. So hey, why not? I probably would have gone for the rook personally. Oh, that's clever because, okay, because since the rook is defending, that's why the engine prefers this line, because it forces, right? Because if I grab here, this comes with check and it's defended. I have to move, and now I have two things under attack. Yeah, and any way I slice it, yeah, any way I slice it, it becomes, it allows my opponent a chance to wiggle out. So that's why it likes this, because it forces your opponent to respond, and then you can grab and just make an even trade there. All right. Either way, what a game, guys. It was wild. It was a wild one. Yeah, I don't know why my opponent resigned that early, but oh well, it happens. Just run through it again real quick. Yeah, I'm so mad at that stupid pawn push. And then I made it worse. I made it worse by fianchettoing. Why didn't I just stick a freaking bishop? You know, why didn't I just stick the bishop here? That's all I had to do was stick a bishop right there. Boom. Done. Stick a bishop there. You've already moved the pawn, so admit the mistake and then move on from the mistake. Don't compound it by sticking to your original plan, right? You've already moved this pawn. Once you move the pawn, the game is changed forever. You cannot put a pawn backwards. So once you push a pawn, the game has changed. Once the game is changed, my original plan no longer holds. Oh well. Yep. Mad. But we got it anyway. My opponent made some great moves. Really had me on the rocks there. So, Budapest Gambit. That's an interesting one. That is an interesting one. Or the Budapest defense. Really interesting. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care.